Okay, welcome to another edition of Culture in Town. Boys, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, man. It's Collins, like last week.
Never changing.
Never changes, man.
It's Emmanuel Jabogwe, Eman G45, Emmanuel, High Top Man previously.
Just want to buy a G-Shock.
What about
He's bringing it back. Bringing back the G-Shock.
Bringing it back and that. Oi.
Alright, so this week we'll be discussing 3 topics as always. First topic is going to be the BET experience, so everything that happened this weekend, last weekend at the BET Awards, just us discussing it, and of course we'll be discussing Kodak Black and everything that's happened with him and his comments and how they've been taken, along with Dr. Umar Johnson's Breakfast Club interview, and of course last but not least Travis Scott. Will be discussing, is he oversaturating the market, is he putting out too much music? Me and my boy are going to go to him tomorrow, so we'll just be discussing everything that's going on really, so we're confident you'll enjoy the show. So without further ado, let's get this started.
Stone Island from my head to my feet. When I step on the street, I don't know what it costs, but I know it's expensive. She told me she loved me, but really I don't even know if she meant it. And if it's all this weird, that's numerous offensive.
Alright, so here is the infamous video at this point. DJ Academics asking Takeoff, the best member of the Migos, I don't care what anyone says, why he was left off Bad and Bougie, which just escalates and escalates, and then Joe Budden drops the mic and it just, oh god, talk about a situation going left. But you know what, if you haven't seen this video by now, we're sure you're going to enjoy it after seeing it for what probably will now be the 100th time.
With you being left off Bad and Bougie.
I ain't left off Bad and Bougie. You think I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Say again?
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
What you say?
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Say again?
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
What you say?
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Yeah.
Do it look like I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
What you say?
Do it look like I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Say again?
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
What you say?
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Say again?
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
What you say?
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Yeah.
Do it look like I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
What you say?
Do it look like I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Nah.
What do you think about the situation that took place at the BET Awards between Joe Budden, DJ Academics, hashtag Bay Nadeska, and the informed group at the moment, the Migos?
You know what? Yeah, it felt like a Dave Chappelle skit. Like everything about it, because we were saying this earlier, we actually felt like it was fake.
Yeah,
because of how like perfectly staged it was, like. The Migos in their fluorescent like dressing, you know.
You know what the funniest thing was? People kept saying that it looked like he was it does look like
the Prince skit,
yeah, the Prince skit, exactly.
How about you guys versus the Revolution? Everyone versus blouses, like
they're all like this. Oh no! Do you know what? The funny thing is the fact that people were like, they all stood up in order of whose solo album is most likely to come out.
Charlotte said that. I was like, yo, that's so wild, fam.
I mean, it's just
crazy.
Everything is just memeable, gifable. Like, it's so
incredible.
funny.
It's incredible, especially the slow down version where they zoomed into everyone's reaction.
No, what annoyed me, was the fact that like there's always that one person, who just wants to see someone get banged up in the face.
Oh, that woman.
It was just that woman, she popped out of nowhere, just. Very smiling, I was like, no, why? Why is that always that one person?
Nah, you gotta be, man. I swear.
That was incredible,
brilliant.
man. Jeez.
She's a legend. I need to know her name.
Jeez,
I think the funniest thing is, I couldn't stop laughing at Nadeska asking for security.
Security.
Where's the security?
Security.
She knew it was about to pop off, innit?
Yeah, you could see that situation. I knew from the way Takeoff was responding to Academics' question that this was going a way they did not want it to go.
Exactly.
As soon as Academics started asking about why Takeoff was offered Bad and Bougie, you could just see like it was going left, because he did not like that question. No. It's a question he needs to answer.
It's a good question. That's why I think Academics asked it, but I feel like in the context of the situation, it just apparently they couldn't hear him.
And like, which is lies. Academics, you're lying.
I mean, if he is lying, then it kind of contributes to the fact that they were looking for a reaction out of them. And those are the three guys you don't really want to like,
because they're batty. I mean, you can say what you want. I mean, they do look like
Offset 100%.
Especially Offset. The way
is
man
what
rolled
you
up his sleeves, bro.
No, but the thing
if I
is,
got a type of pussy nigga, I'm gonna make it look sexy.
but the thing is, Offset.
He was
I
ready,
remember
bro.
like the first time like, I know who Offset was out of the Migos. Yeah, is when he was on the stage.
And he died on someone.
What?
His legs took off before his actual body did. He just punched that guy in the crowd.
Superman
And
punch,
then what's it?
100%.
The way he was eyeing up Joe Budden throughout the whole entire.
He looked like he was gonna just.
He was ready to go.
He wanted to
But
open up.
Joe was just coming
Speaking
with
of
a
Joe.
horrible attitude.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
he's becoming one of the best and most important people in the game. But he needs to, I mean...
He needs to realise what his responsibility is now. Because what Charlemagne mastered is the fact that he might get pressed, but he's going to ask you the question. You'll have this conversation. With Joe Budden, he's trying to pick and choose, like, oh, I don't want to speak to this guy. Oh, if they don't want to be here, I'm not going to have them there. But he's realising those are the situations where you could actually get the best interviews out of them because you can ask them questions.
We need it. Why didn't we? I mean, I feel like Takeoff would have given an answer to that question. And then what's it ruined? I wouldn't say he ruined it because I don't think we was ever gonna get the answer. Maybe there, but it's just his attitude was just the wrong way. It was so disrespectful.
He dropped the mic, and at that point, like you knew it was gonna be.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
I mean, I'd like to think it was if it was us three and we was in that situation and Joe Budden dropped the mic on us, we'd all be like, what? It was. I think they didn't even necessarily want to fight. It was a bit of a WTF moment, like, what are you doing? Yeah.
No, it's the way Quavo was bare smiling, yeah, and then he just dropped the mic.
It's just like,
what you want to do then?
What you gonna do then? To be honest,
we gotta wrap this up.
We'll
wrap it up then.
Wrap it up. To be honest, we should give it context because I've been looking and reading like about what really happened.
Well, it was heavily edited.
Number one, heavily edited.
Which you know, shout out to academics, but he needs to stand his ground more. I mean, everyone said it, but like I feel like they play him a little bit where they don't play Joe.
Yeah, because Joe's seasoned. He kind of can see it coming at times. But the thing is, the situation was, Migos' management is ran by the same management as Lil Yachty. And the guy who was managing them approached Joe prior to this happening, asking him to stop talking about Lil Yachty, which he was like, well, I don't want to speak about him anyway, but fair enough. Prior to them, as they're about to have the interview with the Migos, it was already tense. They didn't dap him up. He wanted to shake their hands. They didn't shake it.
Oh,
yeah, apparently. And Joe was like, all right, cool. Like, let's continue the interview. Right before they're about to start it, the same guy who told him to don't talk about Lil Yachty did it again. And that was a part of the interview which they cut out. So at this point, it's already tense.
Yeah.
Not to make matters worse, academics.
Check him in it.
Exactly, just to check him on camera to make him get a reaction.
Well, I can't remember you said it. They wanted to make him feel
emasculated, make him feel like belittle him.
So that's why he dropped the mic.
Exactly, that's why Joe
you
gets so
gotta
much
handle yourself,
attitude.
man. You gotta handle yourself. It don't matter. I understand, but you just gotta Joe's big in this game now. He's important. We can't have these situations. It's not the 90s anymore, where people have to get beaten up for their opinion. Just let's keep it moving. Just do the interview. That they've done. If you watch that episode, it's a great episode because I didn't even realise how many people they got to interview that night and how many great people they spoke to. And that, you know, exactly. Even he got to this. You saw how he behaved Slim Jimmy. Like that was brilliant. That was brilliant.
Slim Jimmy.
It was so trash. It's the fact that when I first saw the video, I thought it was heavily edited. Yeah,
it was
just on the basis that he was just there, like what. Yeah.
What'd you say?
and then when you dropped the mic, I was thinking, whoa, what happened? What just happened? And then so I understand now, innit? But Joe Budden, he needs to chill, innit?
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I think it's just interesting because they gave so many and had so many great interviews before they got to the.
Sorry, my bad.
Want to put that out loud? No. They had so many great interviews before they even got to the Migos,
Yeah.
which is a shame. And he spoke to Slim Jimmy, like that's a big moment
Exactly.
as well.
Since he's been dissing him all the time on an Everyday Struggle, but you could tell it wasn't really, you know, anything too malicious.
Yeah,
So
I'd
they
love to
hashed
see
it
Ben
out.
Shimmer on Everyday Struggle.
Yeah,
I
they
think
should
that'd be
definitely-
an interesting
They should
watch.
definitely go on there.
And I'd just like them
Catching
to.
snakes and that.
Hey, Swaley. Swaley has had a good time on video.
What was Swaley doing in that video? My man's moving like fucking crocodile on her, bro.
No, Swelly.
Finna stare him down.
Swelly's staring down the steak.
Finna stare him down.
Swelly's staring down the steak right now. This shit is crazy. This is a wild snake. What the fuck is going on?
Finna get him.
Ah, you finna get bit!
I'm finna get him.
Bro, you finna get bit! Ah!
Every year something always pops off at the BETs, man.
Yeah,
There's
I
always
mean,
a
obviously we
situation.
saw Safari and Meek.
Let's just say whoever got that on camera is a legend, because the way Meek creeped out of that car,
But you
In
said
slow
he came out
motion.
unconfident.
he was like,
Yeah.
almost like, is it done yet? Is the face?
Like he came out like,
Yo, what's up, man?
oh man.
It's just so funny the way he came out, and then the situation just went.
No, but the thing is, when he came out, I saw the guy like walk by the camera, and then that's when he stepped out, looked at him. Next thing I just see Safari just.
Safari was dodging them shots,
He's
man.
skanked, bro.
100%. It
It was
was
big nothing. If you're about to get jumped by three guys,
You
yeah.
gotta move.
You
But
gotta
what I
sprint.
clocked here, when you look at it again, there's only two Donnies trying to rough him up, and his boy gets involved. So technically, it's a 2-on-2.
It was a 2-on-2, but I don't think you can analyse it at that time.
You can't analyze it over the course. At
I
that
think
point.
he thought, oh, right, how many people was there trying to jump
Yeah,
me?
if there's only
I
anybody
don't
else
think he
gonna
realised
come
it was a 2-on-2.
That's fair.
And
enough.
then,
But then if you deep it, like Meek Mill didn't do anything. Like
No.
if you've seen what's it, G Unit and MMG, where they
what's it called? The gunplay one.
the gunplay.
That was the wildest. Fam.
Like,
have
what?
You, have you seen this
The-
one?
the
It
funniest
was like
part-
2-3 years ago.
The
yeah.
funniest part of the video is you just
They-
see
how
gunplay
they-
on the fence, yeah, and he's like that, and then someone's like,
You know,
Gunplay of all the
big man. The thing is, Gunplay's a big man. Isn't it? So
Yeah.
he backed the beef, yeah. But Fifi's entourage. When I say they swung him, like you can see his braids flying across the air.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is wild, fam.
Gunplay as well, you know.
it's just
wow.
it's just the fact that like you see him on the fence and someone's leg is on his body. And it's just,
This is mad. It's mad.
ugh. It's mad, but no, like comparing it to those two, you see actually 50 Cent there. Backing beef. Meek Mill didn't back beef. He
But I
was
don't
there
think
just like
Meek Mill's in a lot of trouble. Like, not in a lot of trouble.
He's
but
not.
like,
He's on probation.
yeah, and he's PO don't play, so I think for him it's just important to stay out of trouble. But trouble always seems to find him, which is
Yeah.
interesting.
mad.
Nah, it's crazy.
Whichever way you look at it, it's corny, man, from both their sides, because neither of them are even with Nicki
Nicki anymore.
So
That's
what are you
just-
really beefing over?
Yeah. What is Meek gonna go now and beat Nas? Is that? If
You know
he
what I'm
does that,
saying?
like,
Exactly. It's
can't
just
beef
corny.
Nas.
can't
Like,
beat Nas. It's impossible. One person's already tried and it didn't end too well for him.
Nope.
So I don't know. It's
Mad.
What else was there? Migos and Chris Brown.
yes.
Oh, Lord.
But Chris Brown, that video, I mean, there's not a lot to say
Chris
about
Brown
it.
just looked like he didn't really.
He was chilling.
Can't be bothered with this.
I think he's done with it now.
He has to be, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Has he? Maybe he's done something behind the scenes in like their world with saying stuff, but I don't know. I've not seen. Usually, Chris Brown's outbursts are like you see him,
Yeah, yeah.
but I didn't see this one. I didn't even see him do anything.
No, the video was quite blurry because you can only really see the entourages getting into it. So people assume the fact that, okay, Chris Brown obviously is ex is Karrueche. Karrueche is now seeing Quavo or whatever, allegedly. So they might have thought it was a thing. Because Chris Brown's right at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he didn't even look like he instigated it. So I'm
No,
assuming
I don't
somebody from his crew wanted to try and do a thing. But
as always. I mean,
It's-
I think someone made a great point this week because these entourages are what's the problem. You know what I mean? They'll end up getting you in trouble rather than
you know,
yeah,
you out of trouble.
Yeah,
No, not
exactly.
really, because the only thing is they have to say. I mean, they can only say they're affiliated. That's it. But
No, I know, but
they
you
can
can
say
get in
no, I
trouble.
acted on my own accord.
You can
That's
get
the
in trouble
dumb
for
thing,
something.
really. But
You can get in trouble for something your entourage does.
not really. Just
Yeah.
it depends how they handle the situation. If they turn around and say no, I acted upon my own accord, this and that. He was talking smack to me, whatever, blah blah blah. He was talking my crud. Then you can say, oh, it was only me. because of that, then that's all on you. But you can't really get in trouble for, like, if I go and fight someone because I have beef with him, then that's just me and him. But if you have beef with him and I go and fight him, then that's on me. No, not really on you.
I actually hear you, because keeping an entourage around is important, because to an extent, you see these artists get into situations where they don't need to handle it. For example, with X, where he punched that guy in the crowd. Your Donny from your entourage should take the L for you, because at the end of the day, you're the one that's making money. You're the breadwinner of that camp, Somebody else, you take the L, you go pen for a bit, 2 weeks, we bail you out, you're good. If it's X himself doing it, you're going to catch that lawsuit.
Everyone loses money, no one wins that way.
Exactly, so that's the one positive about having an entourage.
Oh, you should have an entourage. I just think sometimes they can get you in more trouble than is necessary. If someone does something that's crazy just to prove a point to you, it's pointless. So that's my problem with it. I just feel sometimes they bring more trouble than it's worth, and it's just a shame because it only happens at these awards. They never do this at the Grammys.
Guys, why is it always our award shows?
It always is.
There's a madness going on.
People try to act tough. People try to settle all their business from the whole year at these award shows. It's a shame, but it's just the way it goes, I guess.
It's a madness.
Very much so, madness. Alright, so the next topic we'll be discussing is Kodak Black and Dr. Umar Johnson, and just this whole thing that's come about with black women and skin types and all of that. So, very interesting discussion. Here is a clip of Kodak Black discussing his, I don't know what to call it, dislike for black women or dark-skinned women, and
He's buzzing about it on Twitter, so I gotta ask whatever. It's like, you like black? You said you like black girls, but you said it's just like.
I answered this question. I answered this question earlier.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have a need to simplify it again, but I'm gonna simplify it again. Okay, I carry myself like I'm an average dude because I don't see myself no better than him, or no less than him. So if he could say that he likes skinny women, if he prefers skinny women more than a more chubby or heavyset women, he could say that and nobody won't get mad at him. I just said I don't like women with my complexion. I like light-skinned women. I want you to be lighter than me. I love African-American women, but I just don't like my skin complexion.
Okay. Well, I like your skin complexion.
We too gutter. Black people, my complexion, we too gutter. Light-skinned women, they most sensitive,
There's some dark-skinned women out here sensitive.
No, they too tough. Light-skinned women, we could break them down more easy, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
At this point, we've all seen the video and everything Kodak had to say. And me and you both watched the Umar Johnson interview with The Breakfast Club. How do you feel about this? Firstly, starting off with, how do you feel about Kodak?
I like Kodak. I feel like, what are we talking about? What he said, or just him in general? I'll start with him because I feel like it'll give context to what we're about to say. I like him. I think he's very talented, and I think he's going to be here for a while. However, he is a donut.
Yeah.
Because. Okay, fair enough, he's 18, he's still a kid, he's still developing.
Is he only 18?
He's like 18, 19. There's no way he's older than 20, that kid. When you see him, there's no way he's older than 20. So he's still a youth, but his opinion is tritty the dash. Like, it's very uninformed, very self-derogatory. So it gives me the impression that he's not very well educated, which he's not.
That's what a lot of people say. I mean, yes, what he said is incorrect. You 100% can't say that, and I'm surprised he doesn't necessarily know better, because even though he's uneducated or not as well educated, you'd think that he'd just have the common sense to know you can't say things like that. But maybe that's due to the lack of education. He doesn't know you can't say things like that.
Absolutely.
But I think it's just, when you hear things, sometimes you have to take it in context from who the person is.
Exactly. It was like for example, last year when Lil Wayne did the Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is me to my bitches. Brings out the red flag. Like, you don't look to Lil Wayne to talk about Black Lives Matter. We don't look to
do you know what it's like? Dave Chappelle's skit where he goes, get Ja Rule.
Yeah, man.
I'm not trying to dance at a time like this.
What the fuck Ja Rule gotta do about this?
Ja Rule! Oh my gosh!
Where is Ja?
I remember right around September 11th, Ja Rule was on MTV. That's what they said. They said, we got Ja Rule on the phone. Let's see what Ja's thoughts are on this tragedy. Who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this, nigga? This is ridiculous. I don't want to dance. I'm scared to death.
Well, that's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
I understand where it's coming from in terms of light skinned and dark skinned. I get it, I understand it, but still, they're people. Like the people he may have dealt with or whatever. Like he may have shown a lot more attention to light skinned women than he may have done for dark skinned women. But then again, to turn around and say just generalize and say dark skinned women are, you know, are rough. They've just.
So they're harder to break down.
They're harder to break down, emotionally defensive, whatever. Whereas a light skinned woman will take care of you, whatever. I mean,
some wild comments, man.
A woman is a woman at the end of the day.
Exactly.
And what you just said was rude. Black women will all have the same sort of. Well, I'm not sure because I'm not a woman, but I would assume that most black women will have the same experience. Genuinely, just because they're black. So whether they're light skinned, whether they're dark skinned, they're still gonna get the same thing.
I don't know.
I disagree.
But in terms of preference, if you said I prefer light skinned women, that's it. Then I would have been like, alright, cool, whatever. That's your preference.
Yeah.
But we all know dark skinned women have a harder time than light skinned women. This is well documented.
Yeah, because they seem to be more white and more purified and whatever. Even during slavery, they were more value due to the fact that they can be in a house more white, this and that. So
that's the whole thing. I think it
stems back from there, basically.
It stems back from there. But to say that
society even
women are hard, they're rough, that's just
that's even things like that. I was thinking about this topic earlier and just how growing up, even how TV makes dark-skinned women be portrayed. You look at the situation on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with the dark-skinned Aunt Viv. They made dark-skinned Aunt Viv look like she was angry, bitter, and stuff like that.
To an extent, you're 100% correct, because I've been rewatching it recently, right? And what you said is spot on. However, this is a good point, because they make her seem as if not only that angry and bitter, even though after the show she was angry and bitter, but during the show,
she had her argument, which
that's another subject. But during the show, she was a lot more. Funny enough, she was a lot more caring. She was a lot more stern. She was stricter with the kids, and she had more of a backbone. New Aunt Viv has no backbone.
Yeah,
she's very, very like she's soft. So to an extent, Kodak has some kind of rationale to what he's saying. However, he just put it in the wrong way. Like, he just put it out in the wrong way.
Well, I don't know. You can't. I think you just gotta be. I don't know how to say it. But like, I feel there's a lot of things that have gone on in black society whereby things are just portrayed differently to us. So I mean, it's always on TV. It's always been on TV. You know, if a character gets replaced, it's definitely because, you know, they'll put in a lighter person. You look at My Wife and Kids, Claire. And then,
wow, I forgot about that. Oh my god.
It's an occurring thing, isn't it?
It's in our mind. Honestly, I honestly think it's in our mind.
Yeah.
And then you look at, what's another
I actually forgot about that, you know.
How did you not know?
No, because the thing is, I can't remember that Claire. But then there was a light skin. Oh
yeah, man, Claire got replaced, brother.
Anybody can get it.
Anybody can get it, fam.
I also know what's it Coming to America, the way the sisters were portrayed. The light skin was purified. This one, she was a hardworking person. The other sister, she was the one.
She was easy. She was, you know,
was a thought.
And they even did it with what's it called?
And she was a gold digger as well.
Martin, they did that, and they didn't replace anyone, but. Is it Gina? The light-skinned character who's actually with Martin. She's always portrayed better than her friend who's dark-skinned. It's just it's an ongoing theme.
It's a society and media thing.
Because
once you
I can't imagine what that's like to be a dark-skinned girl and grow up. It even goes back to that test they did whereby this just goes to being a black girl in general. Period. Is the whole thing they did that test and they put a white doll and a dark-skinned doll, and they said to little black girls, what one do you perceive as prettier? And they all picked up the white doll. It's just, I can't imagine what it's like being a dark-skinned
and this is like 4-year-old kids as well. Like,
it is wild.
This is at young age.
Yeah, and it's just maybe, yes, Kodak's comments are completely wrong. I can't even defend it. Like, I know it's wrong, but
he doesn't know.
Yeah, he doesn't know, and maybe his mind has been, you know, forced to almost see things this way, which is a shame.
I agree. It's all, literally it's all about perception and reality and what we're like subject to seeing, because as we've grown up, like, I mean, it's quite a recurring thing. Like in school, we used to like kind of not beef with the girls that are black, but it's always like a back and forth kind of thing. While
this is a dilemma not so much him, but definitely I know us.
No, I feel like everyone more or less went to a certain extent. Yeah. Even me, man. Yeah. Like we'd use them as we're our friends, but we never really saw them in that way. Yeah, up until a certain point, I had this conversation with a friend of mine, but up until a certain point where we're like, you know what? Actually, I'm attracted to black girls. Yeah. I mess with them fully now. Yeah. But compared with like everything in our environment, media, and the portrayal of them to us has all made us feel like, hang on, we can't look at you the same way we look at a Becky. But now, once you see past all that, you know, foggy eyes,
you realize
you grow up.
Once you grow up, it's just completely
different. Because I think we all had that stage where we was a bit like bun black girls, and 100%. They're not my type or whatever. 100% my type on paper.
No, it's true. On paper.
On paper. But we've all been through that period, and it's just coming out the other side. Maybe Kodak might be going through that.
I think he will.
Or maybe something's happened whereby he's not been able to appreciate them, and maybe something will happen for him whereby he'll realise, you know, there's beautiful dark-skinned women out there that will be perfect for him and treat him how he wants to be treated, which is ridiculous. I mean, just the fact some of the stuff he said, they're easier to break down. Like, I don't think any woman, period, of any skin tone and any ethnicity wants to hear that that's your goal.
But then that's what's his name, Dr. Umar Johnson was talking about. He said, if a black...
So we can go into that. That's a good segue.
Mistake. People are going to be mad at you by saying he made a mistake by marrying a white woman.
Sure.
Why do you say that's a mistake? Because shouldn't it be the man fell in love with who he fell in love with?
No, because marriage is a political decision. Who you marry tells me who you are. When you marry a woman, you don't just marry her. You marry her culture. You marry her community. You marry her people. You understand? So when a black man marries a white woman, he's making several clear points and messages he's sending out to his own people, because there's no greater symbol of your loyalty to your struggle than to marry a sister who shares that struggle.
If a black man doesn't marry a black woman, then that means there is a form of self-hate due to the fact that he sees the other race or the other gender in this sort of way, so he wants to be a part of that, so he will go and marry that. Whereas a black woman, if a black man and a black woman come together, then you've been through the same struggle, you know exactly where you are, you know where you want to go, because you are of the same people, you are the same culture. So if you get married together, it's a lot better for you to progress in life and whatever, and so on and so forth. And he even said that black people are the only people in the world who have interracial marriages.
That is the stupidest thing.
I know what he's trying to say. You worded it wrong.
Sorry, my bad.
We're like the most that date outside of our outside of our skin color,
like
which was very interesting to find out. And that other races. Sorry, man, to cut you off, but other races, they say there's not a problem with saying no. I want you to marry a such and such. Whereas with us, for some reason, probably due to slavery and looking up to maybe having some form of relationship with master as being a goal or something, maybe that's why we think it's okay. But other races, you see particularly with Middle Eastern Muslim girls and stuff like that, they say no, we want you to marry someone who is your type, and we're the only ones that don't necessarily say that.
Like, for example, the Chinese will only marry Chinese. Jewish people only marry Jewish. Well, I'm not going to say Jewish because Jewish is more of a religion, but then again, Israelis will only marry Israeli. Like, they won't go off and marry Palestinian. That's completely different. So, but it's the same thing. It's the same context. But it's only whereas black people, they will go off and do whatever. So, like, for example, there's been a theory that in 2040, the UK, the United States, will be black due to the fact of interracial marriages and stuff like that. So, no matter how you look at that,
Well, I just thought his point was interesting about interracial marriages. Did you already touch on that in the sense that?
But it's the way you said, like, it's self in a way. If you look at it, it's self-hate. Like, if you go and marry a white woman, then you're going to marry that ideology that white people are perfect, and you want to be a part of that perfect world. But so you don't see
it's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. They're marrying into you. So what? My issue with this is, what is his opinion on what the white person is thinking then?
Exactly. That's
because okay, yeah. That might be the case that you're marrying into them because.
But some black people have the opinion that when white people get with a black person, so it's like, oh, it's kind of cool, like it's,
or it's like a fetish or somewhat.
Not a fetish necessarily, but like
more of a trend.
Yeah, or like, oh, you know, they've got, you know, because being black is one of the coolest things on the planet. I think
we influence a lot of culture.
Yeah, we influence a lot, and it's like, oh, you know, there's certain things I can do now, or there's certain things I can get involved in, and that sort of thing. So it's, to them, I think they might see it as exciting. It's different. It's a whole new world to them entering in. Whereas for us, it is exactly what you said. It's a status symbol. Like, if a black man can get with a white woman, it's almost like, wow, wow,
well done, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
You've done it. Especially with African culture, African weddings. If you see one black guy with one white woman, everyone will look at that and be like, rah, my man's doing well.
So I don't know, you know, man.
Well, no, I don't agree with that.
I feel like it's always an issue when it's black people. If it's an Asian guy getting married to a white person, there's no issue. No, there's an issue within your race because they want them to marry in their own race, but there's no context to it. There's no, oh, you want to marry into whiteness. I don't feel like that's the case.
It's just the fact that black is, in a form of a way, it's portrayed as disgusting. So then, for other races to get married with a black person, it's like, it's a bit different.
I think being black is difficult enough, and then to throw stuff like that into the mix, it's just an interesting thing to think about, and it's just, I think it goes back to your comment about self-hate, especially with Kodak, because I feel like that's really weird that he said, I don't want to be with someone that's my complexion.
Exactly.
Which to me makes no sense. You not like yourself that much, you not like what you see in the mirror that much that you would not want to be with someone who looks like you.
But then again, it comes back to the thing of, if you really like that person, if you really enjoy that person, then...
Well, that's how I feel. That's why I still think Dr. Umar's comments are interesting, but that's what a lot of people were saying in the comments. If you love someone, you love them. I don't think it's necessarily about all that extra stuff. Maybe that is very subconscious and it's an interesting thing to think about, but I still think a lot of people fall in love with the person and not everything that goes with it. You know what I mean?
I agree.
And I think it's just that I don't think people. It's just there's no need to make it more complicated than it actually is.
I hear that.
This is interesting, but final topic is we'll be discussing the great Travis Scott. We're gonna go to a show tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean I'm looking forward to it. This is Travis Scott falling through a hole at Drake's concert. It was Drake's concert, isn't it?
Yeah.
I get those goosebumps every. Man.
Let's talk. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. This one too. This one too. This one too. Let's go.
The final topic for today: Travis Scott. Is he oversaturating the market? Yes or no?
1 billion% yes.
Why?
Because his sound is unique, number one. Number two, there's certain artists who I feel like they should take their time whenever they drop an album. So they should take at least 2 years to really perfect and put it out in a good rollout kind of way. And I feel like Travis Scott is in that echelon of rappers talent-wise. And I don't feel like he's doing himself justice putting out an album every single year.
Yeah.
So what? He put out Al Faro in 13, Days Before in 14, Rodeo 15, 16 Birds, 17 potentially the collaboration with Quavo, which I'll be fine with because it's not like a solo project. But if he decides to put that and Astro World out in the same year, then you're playing yourself. He has 4 songs on the new DJ Khaled album, which I think they're all trash.
I didn't get that as a decision. That's an EP.
Well and truly.
I honestly did not understand the thought process behind putting Travis Scott on that many songs.
Exactly.
On the album.
Not to mention, I don't know. I'm scared for him because
it's a lot of subpar music as well.
Nothing's really catching. Exactly.
Yeah, he's just throwing stuff at the wall and hoping it sticks, which is just not the case at the moment.
And he's dating Kylie Jenner, so that curse might just slap him, fam. And I'm scared. If that happens, that's it.
Apparently they broke up because he cheated on her with 10 different girls.
Swear down.
That's what I saw on TV.
Oh, salute to... No, I'm joking. Salute to Travis Scott, man. Nah.
You gotta do what you gotta do. But, I feel like I am really worried for him. And it's a lot of it is just meh sort of music. I think he tried to really make Butterfly Effect work. I didn't.
It was just okay. It wasn't anything great.
Yeah, and then Green and... I mean, the songs he put on SoundCloud with Amen and Green and Purple just weren't great.
No.
I think that was a big problem.
I really like Money, Power, Respect.
What's that off?
I have no clue. I just saw it on YouTube. And then it was a brand.
He has a lot of Lucy's that are just like on YouTube and makes no sense while they're there.
I like the song.
I think he's a very talented person. You're right, 100% about his ability, and I don't think anyone questions that. I just think you can really oversaturate yourself and make it like, do people want to listen to you? You know?
No, you've had too much. When you say oversaturate, you just had too much. But I think after that, you just need to take 1 year off. If he's going to drop 2 projects this year, yeah, you need to take
off, man.
1 year.
I don't think he will either, because he's the sort of person. He's not. He's great, but I don't think he's good enough that he needs 2 years off. Like, I understand when a Cole takes 2 years off because Cole actually needs to live to write his music. I understand when a Kendrick goes away for a while because he actually needs to go away and write. I mean, Jay-Z went away for 4 years, but they're actually writing and talking about stuff. Like, when they make music, they're actually, I feel like it's a upper echelon. But with Travis Scott isn't necessarily talking about anything on his songs.
He's not, but he's got enough artistry to, and he's got enough
do you think
star power to be in that bracket.
I agree, but Travis Scott, the music Travis Scott makes can come out quickly.
I agree with you, but I feel like if he wants to really get to that point, look at Chance right now. When's the last time you heard a Chance song?
Yeah, that's true.
He had such a sick year last year that he don't need to put out music for a while. Travis had a good year last year. Does he really need to be putting out songs like this? I don't feel like he does.
No, he
doesn't.
doesn't.
He's getting sponsorships as well from Nike.
Chance.
Travis.
Oh, Travis. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I thought I heard Chance.
He was like, what?
No, the thing is, do you think he has good bars?
No,
Travis. No,
yeah.
We're not here for bars.
Okay, then we're
not here for bars for Travis.
That's perfect.
Beats and
melody.
Melody. The way he sounds on the song, that's what it is. But I feel like that's my point. I feel like I've always felt that way. I've always felt lyricists should go away for a bit longer. But even in saying that, you can still oversaturate the market. But I feel like his method of bringing out an album every year works. Just make sure when you're in the lead up to that album, you're not dropping too much.
So would you say his quality of work has been the same since Rodeo, since days before, or would you say there's been a dip? What would you say?
No, I'm saying Birds was great. It's the singles after Birds that he's released that have been, and things he's been on that haven't been.
All his features basically.
Have not been good. The only feature I think was good was Love Galore. I like that.
I love that song.
And I like that because it was so different. I never would have expected Travis on something like that, and for it to work so well when they're. I mean, SZA's phenomenal. Like, I didn't know she was that good.
SZA's incredible.
Well, now you know.
Well, now I do know.
Yeah.
But
love SZA.
and his performance on 4 AM was alright. With
with 2 Chainz. Yeah, that song was okay.
But I just feel a lot of his features and solo stuff has just not been great. And that whole decision to have 4 songs on Khaled's album was just poor. Trash. I don't know who okayed that.
Trash. He had a song with Nas, and I thought, you know what? Nas and Travis Scott.
Great mix.
I think I love them individually for what they do, and I had them on a song, and that song was Garbito.
Which is a shame, because Nas under Khaled's influences worked so far. Really Nas' album Done was one of the best songs on Major Key.
incredible song. Even the whole album, I was a bit underwhelmed by Grateful, you know.
Did you listen to all of it?
Shouts to Assad. But yeah,
I haven't heard the whole thing.
I'm not listening to it.
I listened to all of it.
I just want to hear Deranged Game with Steps.
Oh man, that song wasn't that bad.
I'm not surprised. I mean, just what is it? 22 songs, hour and 27 minutes.
There's so many dead songs on there, man.
But
there's a song with him and Chance, yeah, and Chance is literally singing the alphabet on the song. The A B C D. I'm like, I was like, oh.
A lot of people from the sounds of things just.
The thing is, with Chance, I didn't really enjoy his last album, so
same-ish.
Yeah, it was like.
Was
so
you more happy when the
Chance
success Chance was having than the actual album?
Yeah, I was happy that he was. Yeah, like that's basically it. Because I really like Acid Rap. I loved him at the beginning of his career. With Coloring Book, it was good for what it was, and I can see why people loved it so much because that was people's real introduction to Chance. But I don't know, man.
I agree.
But back to Travis Scott. Do I think he's oversaturating the market? Same thing with Quavo.
Nah, I don't. No, but Quavo's doing.
Quavo has so many hits on the radio.
Quavo's doing worse.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Quavo's pissing me off.
I can't.
He's got a song with that that One Direction guy.
But it's working.
That song was made in White Health. I saw a tweet saying that. Yeah, exactly.
White Caucasian.
That's spot on. I walked into the gym and I heard it, and I heard Quavo come on it. I was like,
Quavo,
are you out your mind? Quavo,
like
what are you doing?
Quavo.
I like the song. It's just so basic.
The thing is, the song isn't that bad, but
it's not that. It doesn't make sense though. Yeah.
I've heard it's done better. If that's made sense.
It's one of them ones. Yeah, you're dancing, and you're just like, yeah, safe, man.
If that comes on in the club, you know them ones. Oh.
It's like it's ain't my jam, but you know what? Yeah, shouts out to Quavo.
No, Quavo. I mean, brilliant listening to be on that because that's a whole new group of people that will hear him.
He's getting a bag, man. You can't be angry. He's getting a bag,
and he's gonna try it in England. So that's a whole new. I mean, you can't compare Quavo and Travis Scott's oversaturation. They're both doing it, but one's is working better. I mean, Quavo's on I'm the One.
Actually, do you think that would be successful in terms of their collaboration? Because what I'm hearing now on the radio, because they bang out all the time on the radio at work. These two, I constantly hear them on
Travis
Kiss.
Scott.
Travis Scott.
What would play for Travis Scott?
Isn't it?
Oh, probably that would make the most sense.
Nigga playing it 10 times at his concerts.
If he does that tomorrow,
we'll leave after the second time.
Yeah, I'm asking for my money back.
I hear a lot of Travis Scott, and I'm hearing a lot of Quavo.
I mean, we already know those two together as gold.
So then, would you think their album release would be like the new high, the new whatever?
They gotta put time and effort into it.
Yeah.
If anything.
Although, but it goes back to what I said. Those guys don't make songs to put time and effort into it. They probably spend. Apparently it took Quavo 15 minutes to make his I'm the One verse.
But that verse is
Quavo.
But that's what I'm saying. These guys don't. It's
no one hit
off the top
spot.
Yeah, but that song in particular, that's a song that's gonna go to number one.
Yeah, it was made to do that.
I don't think Travis Scott and Quavo are making a project where they're just gonna fling it out.
Yeah,
I feel like they've worked together a lot in the past.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be something. I hope it's methodical, that they're really putting effort into it. Because I know they want to make Culture 2 at the end of the year, which I don't.
I think it's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
It's a horrible idea.
I don't think they'll do it.
Take time. All I want these guys to do is take time. Because that's when you get the quality. Kendrick goes for 2 years, puts out Damn, best-selling album of the year, best acclaimed album of the year, and now he's chilling. Puts his feet up, puts a video out every now and then, and he's chilling. Follow the formula.
Well, this is what. How many times have we said that on this show? Do proper rollouts. I don't know why people don't want to do rollouts anymore.
I don't know.
I'm sick of this just throwing stuff out and being like, oh, it's Friday, here you guys go. Here's the project I made. No thought process is going into anything.
The people who last the longest take time.
100%. I mean, just even to like someone like Vince Staples who did it right.
Perfect example for that. Because he's not even selling it and he's still, putting like. He still has his audience.
Yeah.
So, what are you saying?
Especially with Jay-Z, he's taken his time with this album. Because the thing is, I knew that Jay-Z was going to pop a new album, but I didn't want to hear Do Say Jay-Z, yeah, Deuce. I didn't want to
I
hear
would
none
love
of
to
that.
hear that.
I know you would.
I just want to hear what that sounds like. Well, like, what does mumble rap Jay-Z sound like? Like, I think it would be brilliant to hear.
I have no
We're not
idea
here for that, bro.
The thing is, I have personally...
Metro Boomin wants some more.
Yeah.
Come on, you can't tell me he wouldn't.
Turn the mic off. A little louder. Nah.
You can't tell me he would not sound great as a mumble rapper.
I don't know. I'd like to think he's not.
Nah, B.
He wouldn't do it, but
Nah,
I think he'd be the best mumble rapper ever.
It's alright, it's cool.
Stop trying to shut down my ideas. I have dreams.
The closest you can get to that is listen to Crown, because Travis Scott produced that song.
Is it?
On Magna Carta Holy Grail, yeah.
It wasn't
You're the Prince of the King.
It wasn't
I swear it's Travis Scott.
It was Wonder Girl.
Oh yeah, tell a lie, because he featured on it, Travis Scott. He just sang the hook.
Yeah.
Travis Scott sang the hook on...
These niggas trashing on me. I don't know what he says in the hook, but that's Travis Scott.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's the closest you ever.
But this album, oh mate, there's nothing close to that.
Yeah, it's nothing.
The
thing is, I keep listening to the album, but I always get stuck on like the way my songs get jumbled up on a playlist. It will always put it out, and then the second song is the story of OJ. So I don't know if that's the second song, but I just keep getting stuck on that song. That's it. Like, I think that song is a phenomenal song. Yes, I said phenomenal.
I don't have a problem. I'm not gonna argue.
Because last time I said someone was phenomenal, you wanted to beef me, but
I never wanted to beef you. It was Tiger. He said that was phenomenal.
I think he still is phenomenal.
Anyway,
he still has the potential to be greater than. Let me stop there.
Then Easy.
Yeah, obviously.
Tiger has more of a career than Easy. We're not gonna get into that. But
Anywho, I think what's his name? With this album, it definitely speaks a lot in his personal perspective as where he is right now, rather than that like the way hip hop is presented.
It's very personal.
Yeah. So it's more of a personal viewing of where I am right now, and this is what I'm going through as the richest rapper alive.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Behind Dr. Dre and P. Diddy.
Only Diddy, you know. Dr. Dre hasn't got as much money as them. You know the check.
So he's not Compton's billionaire? Yeah.
No, he's not a billionaire. None of them are billionaires.
So that Crip Walk by Tyrese was nothing?
It was fake.
Oh.
Dre confirmed afterwards he was not a billionaire.
Oh.
The closest person to it is Diddy. Second is Jay-Z, and Dre's third.
Chica.
Made so much money that all three of them there.
I know. Did you know The Weeknd and Drake made 100 million each last year?
Between them.
No, because you should be on site.
It's under my t-shirt, don't be fooled. I mean, as much as he's also oversaturating the market, I do love Drake.
To be honest, if you're making that kind of money, I can't be mad.
And I'm happy for The Weeknd, because The Weeknd could have been just that coke guy with the weird hair.
Yeah, which I miss. I can't lie.
I'm glad that he cut his hair, man.
I missed that. I missed that phase of his life.
No, it didn't make sense to me because it just didn't make sense.
Who was he trying? Pascal, wasn't it? He was trying to be like.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah, but him. I don't know how to say his name, and I'm not gonna mispronounce it. But that artist, that's his style. When I saw The Weeknd, I saw him starting off with an afro, then this. And then, like, you know the song You Earned It? And then he tried to do that, and it was
trying
like...
to make it look clean.
Nah, man, stop.
But, nah, shout out to The Weeknd. And I'm just happy with the way things went, because he could have been just a guy that, once upon a time, helped Drake Take Care. And it's not gone that way.
And then he'll be interviewed on DJ Vlad.
Oh, God. You know what? That actually makes me feel sick. Oh my!
Can you imagine? So cruel of them. How did you end up giving that to Drake? Fuck out of here.
It just happened.
Oh my gosh! Do you know what? Because I can just see it happening. Like, that would have happened.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's a disgusting situation. Vlad's annoying as it is.
Bun Vlad, bro.
Lord Jamar said it's a culture vulture, you know?
But Lord Jamar's real like that, because he'll still go and take to his face.
Yeah, 100.
But yeah, I guess we've diverged a little bit. So yeah, just back onto Travis. I mean, if he does drop an album this year, we'll be disappointed. Will we listen to it?
I mean, I'm going to listen to it. We're going to his concert tomorrow, so to tell you I'm not a fan, I'm a liar. But I just want them, if you want to drop the Quavo tape, drop it this year, but do not drop Astro World this year, please. Just wait a year, let it buzz down a little bit, focus on it, make sure it's legit, and then put it out.
I feel like we can manage some of these idiots and like change their lives.
Fam, they need to call us up.
I could manage Young Thug. I tell you that now. I could fix the problem.
What is wrong with Young Thug?
He's dressing in a feminine way.
He stopped that.
What do you mean stop?
What? It was just Jeffrey. That's the last time.
Jeffrey.
So the first time he came up on scene, he wasn't wearing that cheetah skirt.
That was ages ago.
There's the cheetah skirt. Now he's dressing like a woman.
Cheetah skirt. With the holes in it.
And then what's his name? What's his name?
Yo, I'm finished, bro.
I don't know. I've forgotten his name.
He's not done that in ages.
Jeffrey.
I just told you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey
That's
was
a
like,
full-on dress B.
I'm not disputing that, but he doesn't do it anywhere near as much.
Nah.
There's no dress on Beautiful Flogger Girls.
No.
So that's a step forward.
His legs were cut off.
That album covers the legs. He's holding the guitar upside down as well.
I'm so tired.
Who okayed that?
I don't know.
See, you see what I mean? Like,
small things you could really get, you know.
That could just help. I mean, we've discussed that at length. Shouts out to Victor. We have to get Victor on the show just so me and him can go back and forth arguing about Thug and what we could do. He should be selling 100k by now.
He can. I just think he needs another big single. You know, that's my only issue.
So yeah, well, sometimes
I don't think people will want to listen to him on the radio.
They would.
Fam, when what was the first song that everyone heard from him? Danny Glover, and there was another one.
Stoner was it? That was my first.
Was it Danny Glover?
Stoner
and Danny Glover.
Yeah.
People love those songs.
People still love
because look, the thing is,
Thug was on a lovely roll.
On Danny Glover, nobody understood what he was saying. So people, but the thing is, they all love the song just because the way it just flows.
Lifestyle.
Oh yeah, Lifestyle.
Thug was on a mad roll, man. This is 100k. He should be selling 100k by now.
He just needs to I don't know. I keep saying
relationship could be out of here.
Oh, Future. Yeah, that song's hard.
Like, just horrible rollout. No, I don't know. These people need us to manage them. I'll just sit Travis Scott down and say, yo, listen,
take time.
I like what you're doing, but let's just take time. You know, put the best music out.
How would you handpick something where his voice is the instrument? Like his voice, like the way he plays around with his voice and stuff. That's like the gold of the song.
Oh yeah, I agree. I'm not going to stop him artistically. I'll just say it'll be that decision to give DJ Khaled 4 songs. We're not okay in it. Like that's not something we're going to do.
So you're just going to executive produce
quality control.
Yeah. I'll just be like, yo, we're only giving him one. Maybe it's either we give him nothing and you can give him 4 songs, but we're not going to put out Butterfly, A-Man and Green and Purple because it's too much and it's too hit and miss. And then if you want to be on Love Galore as well, like we have to. It's quality control, exactly.
Kind of cool. Sit down.
All right, so we've come to the end. It's been a good episode. Lots been discussed. Boys, just let the people know where they can find you online.
Twitter, I use that the most. Cole Sanusi. Hit me up if you want to find me anywhere else. You know, do some research. You'll find me somewhere. Yeah.
You'll find me on Snapchat, eManG45. Instagram and Twitter is the same thing, but I'll just be there. I'll just be looking. That's it. I won't really tweet out that much. I hardly tweet. If I tweet something, it'll be really deep
and meaningful.
Instagram.
You're trash.
Yeah, Instagram, innit? eManG45. Snapchat, eManG45. My name is Emmanuel. That's it.
Get it.
Yeah.
Follow me on Twitter at 2Dems. Shouts out to my uncle 2 Chainz for putting out a phenomenal album.
2 Chainz.
And yeah, thank you for watching the show. So yeah, without further ado.
Thank you. Anything else you want to add to the people out there at all?
Yo, Kanye West for president? And I have one more question. What are those?
Tiger of London. Are you pointing to my pants? Are you pointing to my shoes? Are you pointing to the bulge in my pants? And you are, Travis Scott. Travis, I was curious, speaking about pants here, how do you keep your pants up when you're performing? It's incredible.
Belt.
But they're about to fall down. The belt must be really tight.
Belt.
Well, thanks so much, Travis. Keep on rocking in the free world and do those.